Hello. Right, Andy, Chris, Lou. Well, you lot weren't hanging about. I normally have time to at least send a text message. I'm going to be trying to do anything there. Hello, Disney Global, Ron. God, we're all keen to spend some money tonight. Love it. Now, you're going to have to remind me, Disney, because I can't remember if it's you or Hannah. One of you was looking for a Princess Diana coin, and they were saying they couldn't find it. I bet it's not you, Disney, is it? Nah, that's fine, Ron. That's not a problem, mate. It's good to have everybody here anyway, isn't it? It's not all about auctions, is it? We just, we'll get some. Oh, it's Hannah, is it? Yeah, typical that. Yeah, I know. I did notice that. Lou, you just messaged me. I'd noticed that as well. Yeah, I thought, yeah, typical. I've managed to find one. And it's typical that Hannah's not here tonight, and I've got one. Typical that. Cal, you right? Will, good to see you. I couldn't believe it. I was just messing about earlier on, and one popped up. I don't know if was it you, Lou, that said that there was one with her on it on her own. I found a 1999 memorial one with her on it. Yeah, that's the one then. Do you know, all this time, Lou, that's actually been on the site. All this time we've been looking for it, and it's actually been on the site. Yeah, no, Disney, yeah, honestly, I couldn't believe it. Look, I'll pop up a link for you. I honestly could not believe it. I was just scouring through the site earlier on, seeing if I could find you some beauties, and I bet you I don't find it now. And I selected from the drop-down menu, and I thought, there's no way that can be there. Pig. I know it's going to do this to me now. I should have bookmarked it, shouldn't I? Let's try putting a date in then. Oh, God, no, the date's going to come up with way too many. 38 pages with the date. Oh, no. What else can I put into it? Oh, I know where it'll be. It's all right. There, it'll be under them. That's where I found it. Right, is it one of these? Did write the price down and everything for it. Yeah. Yeah, I'll send you the link now, or post the link there for you now. Yeah, there you go. Really? Oh, it's gorgeous. Yeah, that's the link for. I just could not believe. Oh, Disney knew straight away where it was from. Yeah, I just couldn't believe all this time that Hannah's been talking about it. And it's actually been sitting there on the site. Hello again, Alexander. Jamie, you all right? Is that what you've got that coin, Disney? Because you said you had one with Diana and Prince Charles. We're talking about one that's just got. The one we're talking about was just Diana on it. I really need to have a sort out of my table. It's getting a bit overrun. Oh, I can't even find anything on here now. Oh, there we go. Is that the one you mean? I'm trying to get you to see it properly. Yeah, the one, no, Hannah's just been talking about one with just Diana on it, on its own. For weeks and weeks she's been saying about it. That's one. Look there for other coins loads of times, but never spotted that one. No, I say I've never spotted that one before. And it was only this afternoon. I was just browsing through it, and I was dropped, because a lot of the time I don't bother if it's the drop-down menus. I'm too lazy for all that. Yeah, it might be £12.50 on eBay in a folder. But what's to say that I might not have put that up for an auction and you might have got it for a tenner? So you'd have still been cheaper getting it here. See? But I'm not going to do that. If Hannah pops on, I know she said she was going to try to get on. She's at her sister's engagement. I wouldn't do that to Hannah because I know that she wanted that coin. So I'll save that for an auction when she comes up. Right, so tonight we're just going to do any auction from the site. I've picked out a couple that we've not really done before. If there's anything at all on the site that better not be another picture of hi Chloe, picture of food. No, that's all right. It's a sound like Steve's sound was earlier. Oh, thank you. That's all right then. Yeah, anything off the site, with the exception of COAs. I don't want to do COAs because I don't think that's very fair. I'd rather give you some coins that you're going to get in the next couple of days. So we'll do anything like that. That's annoyed me now because I was perfect. Might be a step too far. Yeah, I think it's a step too far. Definitely. I hate listening to the sound of my voice, so I dread to think what it's like for you lot. I did pick you out a couple the other day, earlier on today. Yeah, Lorna, I know that, and I am well aware of the message you've just sent. I'm just going to keep my eye on it and that at the moment. But you know what will be coming. The sound's like in and out and crackly, or is it my connection? It must be your connection, Alexander, because everybody else is saying it's okay. So it must be you. So yeah, I've picked out a couple myself that I think are pretty good deals. But if there's anything on the site that you want, apart from COAs, and obviously not mystery parcels or anything like that, normally we have a set list of what we're going to auction, and each CJ sticks to that. But I like to throw the rules out a bit, and we'll do it whatever you want. So the first one I thought we could try with, let's have a think about that. I don't know whether to do that or one of them. No, it's all in cash tonight, Ron. All in cash. No coppers, no 10 pences, nothing like that. Proper hard cash. And I say anything that you want. If there's anything that's all on the site, just tell me and we'll do it. But we will start with, I don't know, what should we say? About 30% of what they're on the site for, something like that. because I don't mind putting anything up there, and breaking the rules a little bit. But I'm not going to put you up like I was going to say a Jane Austen, but they're not on the site, and let it go for a bit of a quid or something. So the ones I was looking at, and I didn't even know these were on there. Has Ian got any packaged in? Not the 19 rabbits. I thought I saw some others. If you mean Royal Mint packing, I think that's going to be a no. I think the rabbit is the only one in Royal Mint packing. Other than foreign coins, he's got some Australian dollars that are packaged. He's got a few that are change checker packaging. I'm cash poor at the moment anyway. I think it's you and a few others after the Royal Mint decided to give us all codes. I think quite a few people jumped in on them. But where I was going, I wasn't aware that there's a load of Beatrix Potter. Hello, Angela. There's a load of Beatrix Potter cufflinks on the site. Plenty of points though, so when he does, he will be getting some points back. Yeah, I haven't even. Let's have a look, see how many I've got. That's gone up. I'm sure it wasn't that yesterday. 12,111 I've got. So I need to get on there and have a bit of a spend. Yeah, so there's a load of Beatrix Potter. Ian will think conspiracy. The weekend he dies. Penny auctions, Royal Mint throws codes. Yeah. There are actually. I think, what is it now? I think the cheapest. I think the highest code now is £30, isn't it? Because they got rid of the 50 and the 100. Yeah, £30 the highest code. Well, that's not a bad one. £125 off when you spend 200. So that's not a bad one. Yeah, 130 for 200. Yeah, that's not bad. But the next one is the 30, which I guess it's fair enough, because otherwise everybody's just going to save up all their points and buy all the expensive stuff, aren't they? So he's got to make some money in there somewhere. Right, come on, somebody tell me a coin that they want, and we'll see what we can do it for. Chris, was it you? And I can do 11 £30 orders when he gets more stock. Yeah, 30 is big enough, I agree. And whenever if I'm ordering mine and I've got a couple of quid left over, I just chuck a raffle ticket or two in it to round it off as close to that. Exactly that. Although, yeah. Somebody's going to give me a points expire next week. It's funny, the points don't, but in some cases the codes do. So we've had people sort of messaging in and saying, well, hang on, my code's not working, or my code's disappeared. I just don't understand why somebody would convert points to a voucher and then not use the voucher anyway. It don't seem quite right. I need to go about 10:30 because you Dizzy 1969 is on with the crew. I'm sure that means something to somebody, but it's straight over my head. So come on, somebody tell me a coin, because you've all come on here knowing that there were going to be cash auctions. So what are you looking for? Chris, Disney, come on, you're always after something. How about a USA 2017 Right, let me go and have a look at that. I'm taking it, you know that's on the site then, Global Hunter, if you're asking that. Can you donate points, top up mine? Right, let me just go and have a look at this one then. I'm not sure if you can transfer them, if I'm honest. I don't. It's not something I would know. Am I guessing that that's under USA Global Hunter? I'm guessing that is. Right, where are we? 2017. Okay, I think I've got it. The uncirculated one, is it? You did write it, didn't you? Page 1, uncirculated. I'll just pop you up the link to make sure. Punch up a link and give me a second to look. There we go. I believe that is the correct one. I'm sure somebody will tell me if it's not. Yeah, that's the one. We were just waiting for Ron to come back, as he was going to have a look. Are you talking to me, Chris? I'm not sure if you're talking to me. So what I'll do, what's the retail on that? $9.95. So we'll start you off a £3 bid on that. Funniest thing is I got given one of them last week. My brother works with a girl from Canada. Go on then, we'll start you off with a bid of £3 on that one then. Don't you all start coming on and saying, oh, I've got one of them. We're trying to sell this. And you're all saying, I've got it, I've got it. You're not helping me, are you? Yeah. Not helping me out at all here. Yeah, pick another one then. Go on, pick another one. Have you got one in mind, Chris? I don't know if you were talking to me earlier on or somebody else. Let's have a look then, because you like your, I know some of you. What country? Somebody picked Australia. Somebody picked Russia the other day, didn't they? I can't remember if that's Chris Dyer or Chris Spree. I always get the two of you mixed up. This is the one that we sold earlier, the other day. I must admit, I did quite like it. Don't worry about me having one, as I said, I'm not bidding. I'm wobble gobbing to anyone that was listening. I know this was you, the Russian one. It was that one, wasn't it? I actually quite like that. I might order one of them. This is something a bit different, isn't it? I like to be different. Right, I'm going to have to... So what are we interested in? Are we interested in English coins, territories, or foreign coins? Give me an idea of where I can go and find you something. Because you're not helping me out here at all. I thought it was going to be coins under the microscope auction. Gold coins, yeah, all right. UK and territories. And let's have a look what we got under some of the territories then. I wish he'd get the penguins back in stock, but he's only got the individual ones. They're all... Well, that's not much help, is it? I don't think you're going to be bidding me that much for one of them, so we'll get rid of that. I guess really I should have gone through some earlier on, shouldn't I? But I thought that I was hoping that some of you might have had an idea. Oh. Oh, okay, that's not a bad idea. No, I'm trying. So I've just had a message come through, and oh, okay, that's a thought then. What we could do was meant to be said to me. The American one I got in my change in the USA. I've got mine from Florida. What we can do then, some of you like in the Russian or the American, or if you pick me a country, what I can do for you, just think about where we'll start you. I can do you a £20 or £30 voucher code for it. So if you've got a particular country that you want, I'll do you a 30 quid voucher, 20 or 30 quid voucher code for it. So obviously it's going to need to be a country that's got a few. I wonder if we could do it. Yeah, we will. We're just trying to find something that the people want to buy, Alexander. There's no point in me putting up a load of coins and only one person bidding on them. Essentially, I might as well sit here and just give them away, hadn't I? So I'm asking for people's involvement to tell me what coins they're looking for, and then I can put them up. Or if they're looking for a particular genre or country, then I can invent a voucher code for them. Because, I don't mind people getting bargains, but I'm not going to sit here and give them away. So for an argument's sake, and I'm only picking on her because she said it just now, I could do you a 20 or 30 quid voucher code for crowns, something like that. I suppose we could do it that across the board, thinking about it. I can do you a £30 voucher code for £2 coins, £30 voucher code for 50p coins, something along them lines. What are we thinking about that? You lot are really making this hard work tonight. Either that or my chat has just died on me. Can somebody please say something, because I'm going to get really paranoid here. Hey, thank you, Tracy. I was getting really worried then. You're looking on the website. So, yeah, I mean, we can do something like that. We could do a £30 code for A to Z or something, we could do 30. I could do you a 25 or a 30 quid code for cufflinks. I can do you codes for a particular country. Anything along them lines. Sorry, I'm trying to play this sort of into your hands, that you're getting something that you want. And I've strayed a little bit from what I'm meant to be doing. I'm after a United Nations old £2. Well, there's no point in you telling me you're after that. You've got to tell me if it's on the website. If it's not on the website, there's not a lot I can do about that. That's why I'm hoping that people are going off old £2 COI. You're going to have to help me out there. Oh, sorry, old £2 coins is a good shout. When you say old £2, what? How old are you talking about? Well, you're just saying a voucher code for £2 coins. Because I can do you a voucher code for any value. But obviously I'm not going to give it away. Obviously you guys tell me, if I get 3 or 4 of you saying, yeah, £2 voucher code's good. Oh, both of you answer there. Pre-1997. Are they on the site then? I'm just trying to find them now. If you found them on the site, do you mind telling me which section you found them under? Because then it will save me a bit of time searching for them. Everybody's answering me. All right, okay, so that's better. Okay, so this sounds like this might be a popular one. £2 coins, right and correct. Thank you, Andy. I'll just have a quick check on that then. It's probably that one, is it? Yeah, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I've got it. So, do you want the So do you just want the one coin, or do you want it to be a voucher code for pre-97 £2 coins? Do you just want the one coin, or do you want a voucher code for it? Oh, it's sold out. Well, that's no good then, is it? So all this time you've been telling me to go on there, do we have to keep going backwards and forwards? I thought it'd be shown on camera to bid for. Well, you need to tell me what coin. This is what I'm trying to say. Because otherwise I'm going to sit here and I'm going to put these coins up for you and nobody's going to bid on it. So that would be pointless, wouldn't it? Yeah, but there's an awful lot there. Stevie, why are you saying no to me? There is a lot that's sold out, but there's an awful lot there that's still to buy. What's all sold out? It's not all sold out, Jamie. Are you trying to tell me every £2 coin is sold out? Because I'm just not having that. That's not the case at all. There's an awful lot of coins still on the website available. Awful lot of coins on there. And this is what I thought we'd do tonight. I thought we'd give you something different. Well, that's not true. Again, I mean, I don't know where you're looking for, Jamie, because that's not true at all. Because 1986 is available. 1989 is available. 2 at 1989s. 1994 is available. 1995 is available. The United Nations has sold out. 96 is sold out. 99 is available. So I honestly don't know where you're looking. I've literally got it on the screen now, and they're not sold out. The only one that is sold out is the United Nations. I've got a 1996 Scottish Commonwealth Games, a 1989 Bill of Rights Tercentenary, oh no, that one has sold, sorry, 1984, 1984 Bank of England, a 1995 Duff of Peace 50th Anniversary End of World War II, and the 96 is sold out, and a 99 Rugby World Cup. 94 is a good one to have. Higher coins and more, good to see you. There's multiple sections with errors, some without errors. Right, so we're going to go with this 1994 then. Somebody has finally picked me a coin. So what's that? That's 20 quid, we'll say. So if I start you off, let's say, I'm putting it up now. Just give me a minute. Right, there we go. If I say give me a starting bid of a £5 on that, and the first bid will start the auction. And it's on there at 20 quid, give or take. And there we go, Chris is straight in with a £5. And he's also just informed you that's a good one to have because the prices are going up on it. So there you go. That's a good one to have. So I've just got to write it down. Otherwise I'll forget everything. There we go. Lorna's going to do your countdown for you. Starting straight down from 20. Global's come in and picked it. When we get down to 10, I'll stop saying who's got the highest bid. Chris has come in again over the top. Global's coming again. Chris is up over the top. When we get down to 10, I stop saying who's got the top bid because I don't want to influence Lorna in, somebody saying it's favouritism to a certain bidder. I thought we might have seen Chris Spree tonight. I reckon he must be off counting through all his coppers. He did say how many earlier on it was that he had, but I can't remember right. Just starting your last 10-second countdown. Yeah, I've got the highest bidder there. I can't remember how many he said he had, but it was an awful lot. If anybody sees that Hannah pops in, please do let me know because I will put that coin up for an auction if she comes in. But I don't think it would be fair to put it up without her here. Sorry, I'm going to have to put you into a timeout because we don't have messages during the countdown. You've only got to select from the drop-down menu. It tells you what coin it is that we're bidding on. Everybody else seems to understand which one it was. 1994 Bank of England. And I believe that sold for 10 to Global Hunter. Just waiting for... What are you laughing at? There's too many people that come on and start chatting away through an auction, so... Global 10, yeah. So I'm going to start coming down hard on people. And especially when they upset my friends as well. I don't like that. So payment is just a normal way through the admin, mate, if you don't mind. You know how to do that, I'm pretty sure of that by now. And if you obviously just in the chat put 1994 Bank of England £2, and they'll understand that. Brilliant, thank you. I'm coming around with a beer. I'm coming around with a beer, my friend, who has been upsetting who. No, I'm not saying anything like that publicly. Thought I got my 12. I didn't even see a bid of 12 come in. Did you put in a bid of 12? Because I certainly didn't see it, if that's what you're saying. No, I'm not. Just to be. No, I'm going to be on the rum after I come off here. I'm recording all the boxing that's on tonight, so I should sit here afterwards and have a couple of rums and watch the boxing. How have you found that out? That is outrageous that you found that out. I didn't tell you that. No, 12 coin. Oh, you thought you got the 12. Okay. I can't believe you know that. I didn't tell you that. Yes to what you've just said, but I don't think it's the same one, if that makes any sense. I think it's a different person as well. Canelo, yeah, I will be watching that as well. I do like my boxing. So I should be having a nice late night and watch it all. And then I might switch over and watch a bit of UFC afterwards. No, it's not that I wouldn't keep you in the loop. It's just I won't say anything publicly, that's all. I just think some things are better kept off public. I haven't told anybody, so. But you know what Louise is like. She's got her toes everywhere. So she soon finds out. Yeah, I think UFC will be a good one tonight. So do we want to carry on that genre, or do we want to flick across the 1986? There we go. Thank you, Chippy Doodle. The 1986, the Scottish Commonwealth Games, I take it you mean on that one? Is that the correct one? Yeah, everything's good, Stevie. Everything's good, mate, honestly. Okie dokie. So I'll give you the link again, but it's just a case of you dropping it down. You're not a Wiccan, because I asked you that before. But I said Wicker or something, didn't I? And I got it wrong. So it'd be the 1986 Scottish Commonwealth Games, and that's £8. So what can we knock that down to? Shall we say £3 start? Are we happy with a £3 start? Or do you want me to go? Oh, no, Angela's happy with £3, even better. I like it when it's that easy. I have a crystal ball. you've got something, there's something seriously not right with you. There is definitely something that you've got. And I will just explain it to people in a minute, because sometimes they actually think I'm picking on you, calling you a witch. What it was a couple of weeks ago. It's probably a month now. It's gone so fast. Which I hope you don't mean Louise is a basket case. Right, so this is a 1986 Scottish Commonwealth £2, and it's with Angela £3. If Lorna is around and wants to do a countdown, it's only at £3 at the moment. Yeah, brilliant. Thank you so much. No, it was a couple of, I say it must be a month ago now, mustn't it, Lou? When we were still doing the £50 giveaways and that. If our memory's right, didn't you predict that somebody was going to win the £50? That's how it first started. Was it Disney you predicted was going to win a £50 raffle? Something, not raffle, £50 giveaway. She's probably not answering because the countdown started. So that was the first thing that I thought was a bit spooky. And then a raffle was sold out, and lo and behold, 23rd of October at 7:42 and 18 seconds. Love it. Lo and behold, Lou won the raffle as well, and she sent me a copy of the order number, and the order number was something like 13113. So since then I've called her a witch, and it's kind of stuck. So it looks like Angela's going to get herself a bargain here. With the 1986 Scottish Commonwealth, it's only at £3 at the moment. Going into your last 10 seconds. And still counting down, and I'm not going to mention anything now. Coming up to your last 5. So you're so good. You don't talk while it's counting down, but you'll ping me instead. Because I'd have really jumped on you if you'd have put something in on the countdown, because you were moaning about it. Was it yesterday or today? I can't remember. So yeah, I'd have jumped on you if you'd have put something in there. It's looking like it's going for a steal, this one. And there we go, sold to Chippy Doodle. I do like that name. For only £3. Dying to talk. There's no way. Brilliant, thank you, Global. There's no way that you'd have spoken there. I'd have put you in a timeout if you'd have spoken there. After the way you were jumping on everybody yesterday. So yeah, I think this is a better way to do auctions. That you guys tell me what you want, and we do it that way, rather than having certain subjects. I'm about 10 seconds behind. That's not bad for me. I'm normally about a year behind everybody, so 10 seconds, I'll happily take that. 10 seconds, quite good for me. So, what else are we wanting? Is nobody interested in me doing you a voucher code then? Where's Disney? I thought she'd have been all over this. Or are we too close to all the other auctions and you'd rather have a chat and just chill out? It's the 2nd of the 11th, 2018. Yes, I know. All shops out. Sorry if it's been asked, but do we have any inside info on when Eon will be getting the new Gruffalos and the Wallace and Gromit? I've not spoken with Ian about that at all. I would imagine, as with all of Ian's orders, he's got to get them from the mint over in Holland. So I would imagine that the orders are already placed and he's just waiting on them. I can't imagine that there's any other reason. Well, I can't help it in my chats behind, can I? Calling me a pillock. I'm answering as they come. He should try and get a UK supply, yeah. Obviously, it's a bit tricky because a lot of them are tied in with the 288 group and the Royal Mint. And we all know about Ian's problems with the Royal Mint. So it's not easy for him to try and get a UK supplier. You're right, you're a year behind. Hello, Fran. He could just do it in someone else's name. I'm not sure about the legalities of that, Ron, and quite how that would work. I don't know. But this is something I touched on earlier on. Actually, you were on the stream, wasn't it? When you've got the likes of, maybe somebody from the team. I question it when you've got other coin tubers, if you like, that are getting their coins a day or two after they've been released. And yet Ian's being made to wait, a month or whatever it is. They have their coins quick because they use UK suppliers. Yeah, but this is, that goes back to the whole issue though, Ron. Obviously, Ian has got the issues with the mint, and this is why he's having the problems getting coins from UK suppliers, hence why he's having to go out to Holland to try and source them. But I think we sort of covered that pretty much the other night when I came on. But yeah, it's and it's not fair on everybody else because, like you say, you've all got coins on pre-order, and having to wait for them, and essentially, it's not sort of Ian that they're upsetting by delaying his deliveries. It's you guys. So it certainly isn't fair. You missed the other night what I was talking about. It was quite funny. It was trying to think a way of sort of narrow it down as quickly as I can. It started off about a comment that somebody had put, or change checker. Do I know what's happening with the Brexit pre-orders? That is entirely up to you. If you want refunds on them, you can send in an email and ask for that. Or if you just want that to carry on over until the new Brexit is issued, you can do that as well. So it's entirely up to you, Kian. I have pre-orders from Ian, but because they're going to take a while, I've bought them from other places as well, so spending more money. No, and I understand that, Ron. You know, and it is. It's the same for everybody. I've got a few on pre-order, but also I've sort of ordered from elsewhere. I know exactly what you mean, but there's absolutely nothing that we can do that would speed them up. As you know, as Stevie says, we can only do what we can. To get, you know, the delays are nothing that we can do about that, I'm afraid. Ian can't be blamed for Brexit. Yeah, that's one pre-order that he can't be blamed for. Although I'm sure that somebody probably will blame him for that at some point. Yeah, he's certainly not at fault for that. But yeah, it's, you know, it is. It's not fair on everybody that's pre-ordered them. But I say, you know, it's genuinely, and those of you that have had pre-orders with Ian before, you'll all know it's genuinely not Ian that is delaying you getting your coins. There's a delay because of us being loyal and a good family. You know, I've said it enough times. Yeah, it will all be sorted. It will, you know, as Steve is saying. Those of you that have had pre-orders previously, you know that it all gets sorted. You've heard Ian talk about it many times about it's a conspiracy between the 288 group and all of them. And to be honest, you know, I went a bit further than that yesterday, or whenever it was that I streamed it, and almost, you know, challenged them to give me a lawsuit. I haven't had any yet knocked on my door, but yeah, it's not fair, you know. Will it improve? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I do think if we keep growing at the rate that we are growing, then they're not going to be able to just sit there and ignore us. Certainly, as far as this channel goes, yeah, it's not going to be long before we're overtaking the likes of Change Checker and the Royal Mint and all this kind of stuff. You know, so when they see it growing to that sort of level, they're not going to be able to ignore it. On John Gamble's slot, we agreed Ian should be PM and sort out Brexit, etc. I'm sure we'll be loving to hear that from you. I know, Warren, I thought you jeopardised my Gromit win. What I don't understand is why he doesn't try and get a UK supplier now. I see it's been going on for years now, and I know he has problems with the 288 group and that. But do you think if he swallowed his pride, it could change? And surely if he is placing big orders, they won't say no. Christ, try and break that down. And again, this will only be my opinion on it. It's not something that I've spoken to Ian about, so it would just purely me be giving my opinion on that. So I'll try and break it down. Do I think he should try and get a UK supplier now? if all I would say to that is, I think, most of you have been customers with Ian for a long, long time now. And if it was as simple as that and as straightforward as, just picking up the phone and the next day he's going to have, 10,000 Gruffalows arrive on his doorstep, I think, we all know that Ian would have done that by now if it was as simple as that. So again, this is my own feelings on it from speaking with Ian and being a customer of Ian's for so long. I would imagine that Ian is doing everything that he can in order to get you the coins as soon as possible. As far as UK suppliers are really difficult, getting a UK supplier, this is something I touched on the other day, and I think Steve Fraser was touching on it earlier on. I don't really think people are fully aware of just how big 288 Group really are. 288 Group are absolutely massive. To give an example, I think it's on the Royal Mint's website, you can scroll down and you can have a look at list of distributors or suppliers, whatever it is you want to call them. And there's a list of them on there. I'm not sure about now, but only about a week or so ago, a new one popped up on there. I forget the name of it now. You click on it supposedly to go to their website. They haven't even got a website. And a bit of Google searching, and it comes up that there's another one that's under the 288 Group. They're already apparently authorised, distributors or suppliers from the Royal Mint, and yet they haven't even got a website. So I don't know. Do I think if he swallowed his pride it would change? I think you've got to ask yourself, put yourself in his position. Is he really wrong in what he said about them? Would we have the same Ian if he went running back to them with his tail between his legs? I don't think we'd have the same Ian. I think in some respects, I think Ian's quite unique. A lot of the stuff that you get with Ian is, it's off the cuff. And I would say the majority of the time that kind of thing works. And I've got a lot of respect for him for the way he operates. And there's one or two things that sometimes I think maybe you could learn a bit of a lesson on. But as far as swallowing his pride, I don't know. I think probably me in the same position, I wouldn't go run into them. And also, you've got to put into that as well. It's not just a case of Ian swallowing pride, as you've put it, and going back to them and saying, okay, maybe I was wrong in the way I've conducted myself. Maybe we can Firstly, there's absolutely nothing to say that they would accept his apology or accept him swallowing his pride and going back anyway. But also, it's all you guys out there as well. Don't forget, an awful lot of people that are on this channel are on it, or certainly stick with it, because they don't like the way that the Mint and 288 group operate. So then that in itself would be putting an awful lot of pressure onto Ian as well. Again, I'm only sitting here coming up with answers as you guys are firing the questions away. But I know if that was me in that situation, swallowing my pride and going back and trying to renegotiate with them, to a certain extent, I would feel like I was betraying a lot of the people that have joined up and have followed and supported us. Then you've also, throw that in, you've also got financial commitments that people have made. Lots of people have donated towards the funding in case Ian is taken to court and all this kind of stuff. So I think if I was in that situation, I would be finding it incredibly difficult to swallow my pride and try and get them back. My own personal view is that, and I've said it several times now, I don't think that they can sit here and ignore Ian for much longer. I think they will be picking up the phone sooner rather than later, just by watching the way that the channel's progressing and growing. Virtually 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. The viewing figures are just going up and up and up each time. The subscribers are going up and up each time. I just genuinely don't believe that they can continue to ignore that kind of a market. They're foolish if they do. You imagine if Ian was working hand in hand with the men, the deals that we could be able to offer, the money that we would, it would be phenomenal. Some of these, weekend auctions, if Ian and the Mint or Ian and Change Checker, whoever you want to put it, were working hand in hand, some of the deals could be incredible. So, as much as I understand people's frustrations, I also try and put myself into Ian's positions and think, what would I do if I was there as well? And I think, to be fair, I would probably be doing the same thing. So let me just catch up. The Gruffalos are different, though, Steve, because the ones he is opening and stamping, so I get it. But I mean the new bunks. Yeah, but what's this? I'm waiting on 10 Gruffalos for 8 to 10 weeks now for a good reason, but I know I will get them. Believe me, they can't bend over backwards enough for us. That's, I will certainly do whatever I can to, if somebody's got an issue with a certain order or anything like that, somebody's got a grievance, I certainly will try to go out of my way to help and sort that. I don't ever make anybody promises, this will get sorted for you and that will get sorted for you, because I can't make them promises. It might not be sorted in the way you want, but I will certainly take it on board and I will try and get you answers. And I'll give you the example. I've used this as an example because, to be fair, in all the time that I've been a customer, I've only ever had one issue, and it wasn't even an issue. I'd sent all our timesheets in to John on Friday, and he popped a note back to me. There was an issue with something on there, and it was only a little note that he popped back to me. And it suddenly dawned on me, I won a raffle the Friday before, and I hadn't received the parcel yet. So I just popped a note on the end of the raffle, end of the email, saying to John, absolutely no rush, John, take your time, I'm not worried. I just wondered if you could give us the progress on it. Within 10 minutes, Ian rang me up and the order was sorted and it was popped in the post and it's on its way to me. I know it's not always as easy as that to sort out people's disputes, but wherever it is possible, we do try and sort it out as quick as we can for you. But sometimes there are things out of our controls. The 19-year-old kid, UK coin hunt, can do it. Surely Ian can. And as you say, 288, I take it you mean there, a massive. So Ian is on their radar at the moment, and don't mean that in any kind of bad way. No, it's absolutely fine, Ron. Don't take it in any bad way whatsoever. My answer there again to you is, and I know people laugh and say, you know, I'm talking nonsense and or whatever. I firmly believe that there are certain coin tubers that are, I don't know, I say sponsored. Certainly working extremely closely with the Mint and Change Checker. There are too many of them. I say too many, there's not actually that many, so it's pretty obvious who I am talking about, but I just won't say it on camera. You know who yeah, in the pockets, if you like, Chris, yeah. You know, they're getting these coins far too quickly, and I was talking off camera with somebody earlier on. You know, we were talking about how people can do all these coin hunts. Because, you know, just think about it for a second. You know, they're uploading 3 or 4 £1,000 coin hunts in a week. That's an awful lot of money to be going in and out of a bank. But again, you know, I'm saying that's just my personal opinion. Yeah, you know, where are we? It's not all about pride with Ian, it's principles. Yeah, and to be fair, you know, having principles is good. Lou's going to order them for Ron for free. And sorry, by the way, I don't say enough with disrespect. No, it's absolutely fine, Ron. And you know, me and Ian have spoken about this, and we do think that. All right, tonight's supposed to be an auction, but I guess we'll throw that out the bag. Oh, there, it looks like Ian might be coming on now. You know, it's great. I think having a Q&A session is brilliant idea. It's something that I've encouraged a lot, and I think Hannah's going to be doing one tomorrow. Hannah's is going to be more about her. You know, ask questions about Hannah, find out a bit more about her and how she got into collecting, this kind of things. But I encourage this kind of topic. I think, you know, a Q&A is a good idea. I'm not sure how we got onto it, but I do think it's great. Just catching up on some of the comments. I agree with all that, Warren, but surely if he could get the new coins quicker and cheaper, again, like UK Coin Hunt, then surely his customers would be happier. If in answer to that one, Ron, I would say, and I'm you know, not spouting rubbish to you. I sit here as a customer as much as somebody that sits here and does the coin jockeys. It's very rare to find a customer that is really rattled to the point where, you know, this is it, just give me a refund, delete me. You know, I've not seen anybody to that extent. I actually think that Ian should have a sort of review section on the site, because the majority of the customers I've seen are incredibly happy with the service. And I think that sort of leads you back into one of the reasons why Ian shouldn't swallow his pride and go back. And I'm sorry if I'm missing Ian saying something at the bottom, but I'm just trying to catch up with the comments. I think the reason customers don't complain a great deal is because they're fully in agreement with Ian about the Mint and Change Checker and 288 group and all of that. and they understand the battle that he has got. So whilst I do fully understand what you're saying, Ron, it's not. I don't think it's quite as straightforward as this. Anyway, principles, justice, fully sporting. I'll do the same in this position. It's really difficult. I have no problem waiting. What did I win for you? Oh, the raffle. That was a sheet of 50 uncirculated coins. The price is good and you get points. And, you know, this is something you've got to remember as well. The reward point system here is incredible. I think if you go on to the earning rewards, without even spending a penny, I think if you go through and do all of them, it's something like £25 you can earn just from doing all of them rewards. And you can do that every 4 days. So there's an awful lot of reward points that you can be getting there. Lou's like, oh, that's going back to the coin hunts. I don't have that money and I work full time. Ron has that money. He's getting $3.5 grand a week. The price is what they can do, says it all. Yeah. Just a quick question for all those sending in hundreds of 1p's. What are you declaring them as? I just packaged mine up in a jiffy bag. Now, this is really interesting, okay, because I made a point. When was I? I went to the post office Friday or Saturday. Yeah, Friday. I sent some duplicate 50p's over to my brother for his daughter who's just started collecting coins. There was only about 13 of them and one of the Peter Rabbit Royal Mint package things. And I said to the chap behind the counter, and he was the manager of the post office. And I said to him, he asked me what was in it, and I said, oh, it's just, you know, a few loose 50p's for my brother's daughter. He asked me the value. I told him, he said, so you don't want to insure it? And I said, no, there's no need to insure it. And I then, once we'd finished the transaction, I said to him, if I'm sending coins like this, are there any special measures or any special declarations that I need to make with you? And he said, no, just send it exactly the same as you have done today. I don't know whether that's going to, you know, I might be lucky there and have a good post office manager. So I don't know whether that's across the board, but that's certainly what my post office manager has told me. Oh, there, Ian saying to Disney's, tell them that they're tokens. Yeah, by all means, Ian, jump in, please. Yeah, as Ian's saying there, we are a small team of 5 trying to do the work of a team of 20. John is 67 with stage 4 lung cancer. Ian is 56 and faces ugly Grim Reaper a dozen times this last year. No sympathy, but while fighting and through the ups and downs of it all, we've had to deal with 288 group in the Mint, which we didn't ask for. We've been put on a pedestal sometimes, but we're just normal people working. And at the end of the day, trying to run a business is all we've tried to do. So I think Ian's sort of hit it on the head. This isn't something that he asked for. It's just something that's unfortunately landed on his lap. And as I say, you know, I've said it all along. I am yet to see a customer that is really, really peed off. Yeah, sure, you get the odd one that's not happy with something. Of course you do. But you get that in any organisation. You go over to Change Checker, you go over to the Royal Mint, whatever. They're going to have customers that aren't happy. It's impossible to have 100% of your customers happy all the time. That would just be impossible. I don't, you know, I keep saying it. I honestly don't think it will carry on much longer. Just this pure speed that this is growing. I think if you take, you know, bear in mind, we are the only channel of this type, and the variation that you get offered. No other channel, to my knowledge, runs auctions in the UK. I've seen a few in America doing it. No other channel that I'm aware of do that in this country. No other channel, certainly no other channel lets you bid in 8 to 10p's or 1 and 2p's or anything like that. You know what I mean? No, I'm not saying you are unhappy, Ron, and you know, I'm more than pleased that you've raised the points, because as much as you sit there and raise the points, I promise you, Ron, you're not the only person that's got those questions. There will be another 5 people sitting there that are too afraid to ask anything. So yeah, so this is the only channel of its type, and the variations that you get on this channel, you get everything on here. You get people doing the coin hunts. You get some absolutely insane auctions. You get, you know, when Fran's away, you get some of Ian's mad 24-hour or 48-hour mad weekends, you know. You get some incredible voucher offers and deals, you know. I mean, God, some of the deals that people had from the mad weekend alone, you know. If you're a customer for the next couple of years, it's going to be hard to pay back some of the money that you saved on those mad weekends, you know. Ian tucked up in bed with his Horlicks by 8 o'clock when you're away, Fran. He's a really good boy when you're away. I'm just trying to go through some of them. So, you know, no other channel out there offers anything remotely like this. The variation that you get, and as I say, you know, this was meant to be a 2-hour auction and 3-hour auction actually, and I had a little bit of a deal going with Ian, but we're out the window now, so I'm not sure how we got onto this, but it's good. It's good to give people, and I guess, you know, Ian aside, I'm probably the next best person to be asking these questions to. But as I go back to it, you know, they can't. If you look at coin channels in the UK, obviously you've got your Christopher Collects, 30-odd thousand. I think the next biggest one's down at about 3,500 or 5,000. I think. So it's a massive gap between Christopher Collects and the next person. And we're going to be that next person. The speed that we're growing, it's just a matter of time before we get there. No grassing. No, I haven't grassed you up, Ian. Honest, I said you were in bed 7, 8 o'clock with your Absolute Coins has got 17,000. Okay. I said you were in bed by 7, 8 o'clock with your Horlicks. Right, Ian's given us an idea for an auction. Funniest moment I've seen him live on stream. While Fran was away on holiday and she called him on the air, reminding him not to smoke on camera. Yes, he's dear, he said with one in his hand. And sorry, I did see that comment and I just didn't actually mention it. When I'm talking to you about the variation that we give you on this channel. Yeah, what other channel would give you Martha? or gives you sound effects from kids in the background, which is that was quite good. And like I've tried to really sort of drum into people this week as well. Chuck out some of your ideas. You know, if you've got an idea that we're not already doing, chuck that and we'll see where we can go with it. Very, very few times have we said, "Don't be so stupid. We're not going to do that." You know. So you got any ideas about something you'd like to see, throw that out there and we'll see where we can run with that. There are still a few things in the pipelines. I'm hoping that we have the CJ. I'm still waiting for Ian to come up with an idea for this auction. I'm still waiting, hopefully, this week, myself and Stephen Hanna will be doing the CJ battles this week, so that'll be something that'll be coming to the channel soon. I'm not the kind of person to say something high behind the screen. If I have a question, I want one to be able to answer me. I know Ian always gives an upfront answer and not high. Exactly. Right, so here we go. This is Ian giving us an auction, a 2008 Prince Charles £5 coin. 14,000 mintage, the second rarest £5 coin. This is a brilliant uncirculated coin. Start the bidding at 25 quid, valued at over 75, as I sell. Very good condition for 75. And I think, if I am right, hopefully you're going to be able to see it. If I'm right, is it this one, Ian? Yep. So there you go. That's your bidding on this one. The second rarest £5 with only a 14,000 mintage. Hamza, that was very nice of you. Oh, okay. You were lucky there. You were just yeah. So this is your £5. If anybody would like to throw a bid on it, trying to get, I promise you I will sort my lighting out this week. I know I keep saying that, but I will do it. Ian has come out to play. Christopher collects his 34,000 absolute coins, 17, and UK coin hunts not far. This is it. It's only a matter of time before we reach that. I knew what you meant, Popcoin. I knew what you meant on that. How did I get that coin from here? Ah, magic. We've told you about Louise being a witch. Maybe she's cast one of her spells and it just suddenly appeared in my hand. Correct. I know, it's horrible. Nobody's going to put in a bid. Wizard Harry. I can't believe nobody's putting in a bid on this. It is really nice. My predictive text goes mad when I spell tentacles. I'm not doing voices, no. That's not happening at all. It's funny, we worked out predictive texting. If you're on an iPhone and put cufflinks in, for some reason it turns it into capitals. Steve, she's back to school next week. Well, I'm afraid, Ian, it doesn't look like anybody wants this. That surprised me, actually, because I know there are a couple of £5 collectors on here. I must admit, I am a little surprised at that. Have you just put in a bit of 50, Stevie? This is our cash bids. We do know this, don't we? We're not bidding in 1 and 2p's still. Just wait for him to confirm that it was a cash bid. It does say on the heading that it's cash bids tonight. I thought with Ian asking a 25 starting bid and somebody's come on with a 50 bid, I thought I better explain that it is cash. I'm trying to get you somewhere there. You're right, Javi. Good to see you back. Warren Lou, did you know each other before these live streams? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. And we're miles away from each other as well. So when everybody goes to the Mint in January, that will be my first time of seeing Lou as well. Reckon we're married. Do I regret it, Steve? Regret what? Doing this? Not at all. A bit like Ian, I guess. I quite like it when people throw up a difficult question. Oh, pardon. No, not at all. That's I don't want to go down that road again on a Saturday night. But as I said on one of the videos that I've done, it's actually worked miracles for me. Okay. So it's the hard way, Warren. Add start at face value. So we're doing the same coin. I don't understand what you mean there, Ian. Oh, sorry, start it at face value. So you're doing the same coin and starting off at a £5 bid. I take it this is what we mean. So are we going to get a bidder for £5? There we go. Yeah. Sorry, it took me a second to twig what you meant. So a bit of a £5. Surely, come on. There's only 14,000 of them made. And you were getting a chance to have it for face value. Right, where did it say? Angela reckons we're married. I think Lou's girlfriend might have something to say about that. There we go. Chris is in with a £5. Chris knows a good deal when he sees one. Yeah, and it's the bunch quality one, not this one. Andrew's coming with £6. I won one last week, but hey, £10. Because you know a good deal, Chippy Doodle. That's why. Oh, Chris just got beaten there. And Lorna started your countdown. Don't know what Lou and Ron are discussing, so I'll let them carry on discussing it. Emily said we can share you. Oh, that sounds like it could be fun. I hope she's coming to the Mint as well then. We're still working on Lou to stream, Ron. We are still trying to get her to do a stream, but she hasn't got back to us yet. I think, and in all seriousness, I know I have a laugh and a joke with Lou, But I do think I've seen quite a lot of Lou's collection. Well, I say quite a lot. It's actually hardly anything. But she's got a great collection and knowledge that would be good to a lot of people. So she'd be an asset. She's not going to talk during the countdown. Yeah, it's the witch. Because I told her if she spoke during the countdown, I was going to silence her. Because she was moaning about people doing it yesterday. So I know she's not going to do it. Because I'd have to silence her if she did. Right, last 10 seconds. See, now she's texting me, abusing me by text. I can't believe that. I'm going to show you that. See what I have to put up with from you. Right, so you're just coming up to the last 7 seconds. Just checking there's been no more bids. So I know I'm not going to say who's leading, but I know who's got it. I've lost my pen now as well. Oh, it's going twice. And it's sold, and that's an absolute steal. Right, let's just see. You're not going to be able to see it, are you? Getting abusive messages from her because she won't put in a chat. She's going to knock me out. Yeah, Ian at £12. That's what I had it on. Just check, Ian, do you know how to do the admin payments? If you do, that's how we're doing these tonight. So you can pop over and do that. That would be brilliant. And I'll just jotting down your name. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah. Excellent. Where are we going then? I'm going to knock you out. That's nice. Certain people are going to think I won it from myself again, but I can assure you, Ian Menham is a regular customer. So I didn't, unfortunately, I didn't see any of that. I'm really actually quite disappointed that I didn't, but I did hear about that. And we did have one of the culprits come on earlier. I did silence them because they just continued. I didn't ban them, but they've not actually come back. Just wondered why. Have you said no? Sorry, Kian. I absolutely haven't got round to doing anything. I've been so bad where it's concerned in that, but I will do them this week. Look, I've even got them all here ready. Loads of them. So yeah, I'll do that this week. I've been really lazy as far as the sending post out. I've got some stuff that I've got to send to Lou as well, and so I will get that done this week. Warren and Lou, Defo Chemistry, you should be known as War Lou. As long as my name stays first, she knows that I come first. That's all that matters there. No, it is absolutely my fault, Kian. I've just been really lazy where sending stuff out has been concerned. Sorry, I'm just filling up my cigarette. Okay, Ian's picked you out another one. £5 uncirculated 2009 Henry VIII Accession. £5 opening bid. There they are. So opening bid yet again is just face value. I can't show you one of these because I haven't got one of these. You see, you are married. Battle of Waterloo, more like. Right, I will see. All you want is just an opening bid of a £5, and that will it will start this auction. I'm just going to see if it's on the site, and if it is, if I can share you a link. Chippy Doodle's straight in, and she's not messing about. £5 bid straight away. I'm not sure if I did say, but if I didn't, it is uncirculated as well. Yeah, and if Lou's saying it's a beautiful coin, trust her. She knows her bits and bobs. Whenever I get stuck on something, I ask her. Half the time she comes out with a load of rubbish, but now and again she says something half decent. You wait for my phone to beep now. Do we have to pay it now if we win? Well, that's the general idea of an auction. There you go. Predictable. That's the general idea of an auction. Not sort of pay it in a week's time. Chippy Doodle's back in. Why is it when I was offering you £5 coins earlier, none of you wanted them? Yeah, please put messages in there when you're buying it. Henry VIII. Because otherwise it just confuses everything and delays your orders. What am I doing here? I'm trying to write this down. Right, that's it. Yeah, I went through and offered you £5 earlier and you didn't want to know. Although there is one there that we need to save until Hannah is on. Although I might buy it and send it to her. So last 10 seconds, Angela is leading at the moment. And I won't say who leads now because I don't want to influence Lorna and her countdown. So much abuse. 8 seconds. Okay, it's a new bid just popped in now. I won't be saying who or what because I'm not influencing anybody. Going once. Going twice. And that's sold to Ian Menham again. You had one just, the last one, didn't you? For £14. Just wait, Lorna, to confirm it for me. That's what I've got on here. because I think we've been having a bit of a problem that my chat's behind everybody else's. It's because you don't look as sexy, suave, and as fixated as me. That is certainly true, Ian. Certainly true. I can't compete with that. Can you say I like your £5? Yeah, certainly do. Yeah, just got confirmation on that. Yeah. Please don't combine payments. Pay for each one individually and include a message with it saying what it is that you've won. And I will just quickly, because I know a lot of people have won from the 1 and 2p auctions over the weekend. The same rules apply with that. By all means, bag them up into individual bags. But don't combine your auctions. Keep your auctions separate. Put a note into the bag with it, and by all means then put 2 or 3 auctions into a jiffy bag and send it, but just keep the auctions separate. Put your name on it, what coin it is that you've won, how much it is you've won it for. Lou just texted me, it's killing me. So you don't want her texting me, mate. All I get from her is abuse. I can't even read out the messages that I've had. It's just straight abuse. But no, actually, I will give Lou a compliment here. And yeah, 2 payments, that would be brilliant. I was looking at some silver proofs the other day on eBay, and I'd said to Lou there was one on there, and it's funny, I think it was the Paddington, wasn't it? I said to you that was on for about £47 or something. And Lou said to me, no, don't. Just wait a little bit. And I did. I waited, and lo and behold, the Royal Mint code come out. So you tell me she's not a witch. Right, £2 Navy, 2015 error. Right, incorrect. This one sells for £49.95. Opening bid is face value of £2. Trying to catch you out. Sorry, Ian. I don't mean to rain on your parade. Okay, and run straight in with a bid on this one. That's what I like, no messing about. Stevie's in again. So while you're all bidding, I can write it down what it is. £2 Navy 2015. Error writing. Correct. So it's not just you that has to write down all the information, we have to write it down as well. Yeah, gotcha. And where are we now? We're up to £10 I can see with Andy, and Lorna, bless her, she's been on most of the day today. She started to count down as from 20 as well. And this retails on the site for £49.95, and you're only at a £10 bid. That's not a lot really, is it? Only £10. No, it's really appreciated though, Lorna. It means a lot. I know myself, it can... people sitting there chatting or sitting there typing for 5 hours is easy. It can become incredibly tiring at times. So I do appreciate that. So we're still only on £10. So what's that? We're getting that at 20% of the retail, something like that. Right, and it's the correct way up, head side. Well, I've been sorting in and out today, getting coins sorted and bags. I'm loving it. Those bits of paper are getting smaller. Brilliant. Right, we're into the last 10 seconds. Don't shoot me if 20% is wrong, but my maths was never my strong point. On to 9, counting it down, last 10, and it's looking like Andy is going to have a bargain here. I will just put right in, correct way up, head side. Correct way up. Head side. I will, just while we're last 5-second countdown now, so I'm not going to say anybody's names, but I will just mention while the countdown's going on to Ian. I mentioned earlier on what we discussed about certain CJs being assigned certain auctions. The 1Ps, 2Ps, and the A to Zs, and all of that. And people seem to think that was a very good idea. So yeah, just letting you know with that one. And you're into your last 3, going once, going twice, and that's sold. I think that was Andy Walton for £10, I believe. Just wait for Lorna to confirm it for me. Yeah, I thought, the response we got, that, everybody seemed to think that was a really good idea. God, I've never shut up for so long. Yeah, Andy Walton, £10. Don't we know it, Lou? Don't we know it? I bet Emily's sitting there, you're taking it all out on her, aren't you, instead? Right, yeah. Yeah, this is something I fully vouch for. So this is Fran in her professional capacity. Thought it might be prudent to mention bet regret. So here is a link for all you lovelies to begambleaware.org. When the fun stops, stop. And there are a couple of GamStop is another one that do that. I know it's something that myself and Dean from my family have spoken about quite a bit. And we certainly don't want people making bids and everything if they can't afford it, and it's going to leave them on beans and toast for the next week. But yeah, I'm not sure how Be Gamble Aware works. I imagine it's the same as GamStop. And basically you go over there, you put your details on, and it basically stops you from being able to place any bets or gamble online. And they're fantastic tools to have if it's somebody that's struggling. So yeah, brilliant. Where are we? Nice one, Andy. Sorry, Louise, but I got to put it slow so people catch up on the screen. No worries, Lorna. Well, I don't suppose you've come across a queue recently. Funny enough, Steve, I know I keep meaning to mention it, but for some reason I keep forgetting it. But yes, I did get a Kew Garden this week. Yeah, I must dedicate a stream to it one day, because I know I've just not mentioned it in a great deal. Maybe I could combine that now with my silver proof and do a special one on the two of them. I can't possibly say, Ron. It wouldn't be fair to say. I got it from somebody within the Great British Coin Hunt. I'll explain it to you purely. I got it from somebody within the Great British Coin Hunt family. Got mine for 50p. Right, Ian's just put you up an auction, and why that's going, then I will tell you it. Last one for you. I'm under orders to watch a film. 4 capital cities, £1 coins: Edinburgh, Cardiff, London, Belfast, and the opening bid is for face value of £4 only. Yeah, that's awesome, Andy. Thank you. I've got that. So yeah, so somebody in the Great British Coin Hunt community, shall I say, sent me an email. I've been chatting with Steve Fraser about, I was thinking about buying a Kew Garden, and Steve has said to me, well, have a look on eBay. They're going for, you know, they've come down a bit in price at the moment. Go and have a look on there. It's never too late to watch a film. Chris Dyer's coming over the top with a new bid. Yeah, so I had an email come through, and it was just saying, did you buy a Kew Garden? Saw you were thinking about getting one. Didn't mention anything else. It was just, you know, just that. Watch something scary. Yes. So I replied, you know, I wasn't in the position at the time to buy one. Lorna's going to start your countdown for you. It was more of a research purposes that I was on there looking for it. They then come back and said, well, you know, what sort of prices did you find? So I was, you know, again, at this point, I'm just thinking it was somebody that was looking to buy one themselves. So I was quite honest and replied what I'd seen them on eBay for. And the next email just kind of blew me away. The next email came through saying, well, I've actually got 2. One of them's not in great condition. I've sent it across to Ian to look over for you. And if you want it, you can have it for X amount of money. Then I think Ian messaged me or something to say it all. I said, you know, I didn't, without even seeing it, I would take it, because I'd have been an absolute fool to turn it down at the price it was offered at. Ian had managed to clean it up, and to be fair, it's looking quite good. So no, I just think, you know, out of a bit of respect to the person that's done the deal for me, I'd rather not reveal who it was or what I paid for it. I think that's just fair. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's just my opinion. For £1 coins. But it didn't just stop there. They were even then messaging me saying, you know, take 2 or 3 weeks to pay it. You don't have to pay me it straight away. And I was like, no, don't be so stupid. I want to pay for it now. So yeah, I mean, you know, and that kind of leads on to, you know, what I've said a million times before about this community. It just on a daily basis, it is always leaving me gobsmacked. The kindness and, you know, of the community. Oh, we're coming in with some late bids here. Never seems to amaze me. I'll show you now while you're going through the auction, bless them. Lou even sent me a picture of where she used to play when she was a little girl. Yeah, I think she said her mum had just called her in for tea when that picture was taken. About 30 seconds ago, someone just got a speed camera out the window behind you. I doubt that very much. You can speak now, Lou. There's no speed cameras behind me. Absolutely, definitely not. Had an idea for charity for Christmas that we could start now. We could start a coin Christmas tree. Between now and Christmas, we could all donate a coin to put on the tree. And the week before Christmas, okay, let's just wait. Andy Walton again for £10. Well done, Andy. Yeah, there's no speed cameras behind me. There's a right over the far side. Maybe Lou's outside taking photos of me. No, it should be round the side at the bedroom window. Right, so let's just go through this, what Angela's saying. Maybe Ian still want to need to hear this as well. Right, so we could start a Christmas tree. Between now and Christmas, we all donate a coin to put on the tree. Then the week before Christmas, we do a raffle, £3 a ticket, 100 tickets, £300 to a homeless shelter. That is a really nice idea. I really like that. And the homeless shelter, again, without boring you too much, something I've been through myself. They are on a really, really strict budget, and rely on donations really to keep going. I'm just trying to think. So are you saying that every person donates one coin? Is that what you're saying? Christ, we'd have a lot of coins between now and Christmas, wouldn't we? Who's going to donate a queue for the top player? One of the Christmas Isle of Man coins. It should be like £5 a ticket. The trouble is, I mean, the raffles are fantastic, but it's all right saying £5 a ticket. Even the ones that are £3 a ticket, we've struggled to sell. I know this one's for a good course, but we don't want to price it to a point where it would be seen as, oh no, I don't want to spend a £5 on that. I like the ones that are sort of £2 or £3 a ticket, because then when, if somebody's sort of spent 27 quid or something, they don't mind spending, the extra couple of quid to round it up to 20, 30 quid, whatever it is. So again, that's just personally, if there's enough people wanting to pay the £5. But thank you very much for the idea, Angela, and no doubt I will speak with Ian over the next couple of days about that. Right, Fran, scary film and Ian screaming, waiting. Have a good night, Coin Clan. Sweet dreams. Thank you very much for joining us, Fran and Ian. And Fran, take some pictures of him when he's screaming and hiding behind the cushions, because everybody would want to see them. Right, let me just catch up. Steve is saying he's got a 1p coin already. Who's going to donate a Q? Yeah, you'd actually be. I'm not saying somebody would be your paying with a Q donating a Q garden. Thank you, Andy. But you'll be surprised what some people do when it's in order for charity. Ian Bandits snores. And certainly with this community, I say it's amazing what this community do. And again, I'm just thinking off the top of my head there now, you know, we could keep some sort of a list maybe of donated coins on the website, because I suppose technically there wouldn't be anything to stop us buying the raffle ticket straight away. Essentially, you all know it's going to a good cause. So there would be nothing to stop us doing that, I guess. If you want to do donations only, you can always go over onto mine and do the donations with me. Sorry, I get a bit carried away. I start thinking things through in my head and everything then. Yes, anyone that wanted to could just donate one coin, doesn't have to be a mega coin. No, exactly. And we could even keep a list on, you know, that's what I was thinking. If we could some way keep a list on the site of what has been donated already. Yeah, I think that's all right, Marie. Sorry. I think Lawler had declared Andy the winner anyway. So I think that was all right. Louise, I'll donate a pair of silver proofs. Not saying which though. There you go. Wow. I know you will, Lou. If you've said it, I know you will do it. And there's no point in anybody trying to talk you out either. Because I've tried that in the past and it just don't work. So, wow. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's something I say. I will definitely have a chat with Ian over the weekend about it. And we'll see where we can go with that. Like I say, I don't see why. And I suppose we don't even have to reveal what the silver proofs are. So it's an absolute surprise to the winner of the raffle. Only an idea. Just thought we've all had some great deals on here, and it'd be nice to give something back a little. No, then that's it, Louis. You know, I'm all for that. And we all know that Fran supports that kind of thing anyway. So I think you mean bots, Lou. Yeah. Yeah, so you know Fran supports that kind of thing. So, you know, it's all good. As far as I'm concerned, it's great. More than happy to do that. So I'm just trying to think it through. I mean, there's nothing to say that we couldn't draw two winners from it. It's going to, you know, fingers crossed if everybody gets along the same on it. Oh my God. Stevie B, Lou, if it's towards mental health, I will do the same. Well, okay, this is going kind of a bit different to where I thought we were going to go now. So going on that, I'll ask you why you're all on here now, because you were the guys that thought the idea up. So how do you want it to go? Do you want it just to be one winner, or would you rather there be two winners? Bear in mind, if most people are donating, it's going to be an awful lot of coins for one winner. Oh, excuse me. So just tell us what you think. Because we're all mental. Well, I certainly am, Stevie. I don't hide behind that. I'm quite proud of that now. I think being normal is overrated, and I'd rather not be normal. And it's actually really quite interesting just how many people it does affect, you know. It affects a lot more people than what I ever thought about. So it's a brilliant idea. I have 2 trees, one for mental health and one for homeless. Yeah, that's an idea. Because possibly with that thought process, somebody had suggested £5 a ticket. So let's say, for an argument's sake, 4 silver proofs were sent in. And again, you know, tell me if I'm off me rocker or whatever. But for an argument, if 4 silver proofs were donated, we could have one larger raffle that was a £5 a ticket, and then a smaller raffle at £2 or £3 a ticket. So 3 silver proofs go to the £5 one, and one goes to the smaller one. Don't know. I'm just thinking out loud, and yeah. But these will be caters for both. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because obviously some people won't mind, you know, buying sort of 20-25 quid's worth at a £5, whereas some people are not in a position to really buy too many at a £5. Yeah, sorry. So Lou did say hers were boxed and everything. So one winner of the pair. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. I say it was only, you know, can't split them. No, that's fine, Lou. I mean, I'm just thinking out loud anyway. Just trying to think of a way that we could do it where we catered for everybody. Of course, we could just do it. I don't know. I'm sure Ian, you know, we've got a few ideas coming up now anyway, haven't we? So you'll have to tell me what you mean by that, coin snatcher, VC coins. What, you want to donate VC coins? You want to auction VC coins? You found some VC coins? No idea. You need to give me a bit more to work with than that. But yeah, I certainly like the idea of it, and I would imagine if it's got its friends back in, then it's more than likely going to happen. Hi, Matt's Coins. Good to see you again, mate. Giveaway. Types on the wrong box. Sorry. Not a problem, mate. Don't worry about it. Not a problem at all. I just wondered what on earth you were talking about. Oh, he's giving away the VC coins. I'm with it. Okay, have a silver-proof tree and a standard tree. £5 raffle for the silver-proof tree, £2.50 for standard. Oh, yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that. Coin Snatcher, rather than waiting for Stevie's address, if you just pop over to my channel, LightyCollects, my address is already on there, mate. So it'll be easy for you. You just have to cut and paste my address. It'll be really simple for you. When do I think Ian will be getting some new or different stock? His plan is, I can confirm to you, to sort of refine the website a little bit in respect that all of the prints he wants to go, all of the, so again, if there are any prints that you want to go up for auction, let me know and I'll stick them on. Or if you want me to do you a voucher for prints, we can do a voucher and whack that up for an auction. All of the foreign money that's currently on there will be also going from the website. So it's all kind of in the process of happening at the moment. So that kind of answers that, I guess. There are sort of daily, there are new things going up, or say daily, I mean, within sort of the last week or so, one of these have just, these have all gone up on there. We had some, what's this? Pretty much everything, but still need the £5. Is that on the website, that one? Because we did do some crowns earlier. Brilliant. Thank you very much for paying for that, Ian. £5 coin Churchill set. I'll have a look at that in a tick. I've got to go, Si. Sorry, I'm getting too pushy. See you tomorrow. Don't ever apologise. I'm going to call you Chippy Doodle because I really like the name Chippy Doodle. Don't ever apologise. Your ideas have never been shouted down and never been ignored. And certainly with this Christmas tree one, I think it's a cracking idea. And I'm pretty sure that if Fran's behind it, it's something that's going to happen. So thank you for suggesting that. And enjoy the rest of your evening, and we will see you tomorrow. Churchill crown set. Crowns. D&D Majesty. Which one? There's two of them. Do you mean oh, okay, they're the same ones, but one's one's very condition and the other one is an uncirculated one. I take it that's the one that you mean. Is that the one that you mean? No, you enjoy your night, Angela, and I'm pretty sure that we will be doing something with that. And maybe we'll even put on the raffle created by Chippy Doodle. So are you wanting me to put one of those up for auction? Is that what you're saying, Matt? If that's what you're saying, I can do that. You'd have to tell me which one you want. Yeah, well, I can't take a coin out of the set. If it's in the set, it comes with that. So where are we? Churchill, Lady Diana, Queen's Jubilee, and Queen Mother Anniversary. So uncirculated or circulated. You tell me which one. I'll pop a link up. And if we've got anybody else interested. Oh, so you don't want an auction? Is that what you're saying? I'm getting a bit confused now. Where do we go? You'll order it. Okay, no, that's absolutely fine, mate. Order it, that's fine. Sorry, I could have put it up for an auction. Okay, no, don't worry. Honestly, mate, it's fine. It's not a problem at all. Lou's gone nice and quiet. If you wonder why she's gone quiet, she's got my address and she's just ordered me a pizza to be delivered for 12 o'clock. That's why she's gone quiet for a minute. Where's my notepad? I know that's it, but it's not the right one, is it? I was going to tell you who's on tomorrow. Actually, I think I know. I was dying. That's the only set I need. Saying, not dying. I was going to say you were dying. She had a takeaway yesterday, though. No, she was ordering it for me, Steve. She was on the phone to God, what you call them? Anyway, the ones that do the pizzas, and having it delivered to my address for me for when I finished, which I thought was really nice of her. I suppose it makes up for all the abuse she sent me. No, you had me worried a little bit there, Steve, that you were dying. I thought you were dying and you wanted to get that set before you passed away. I think I should be all right and be able to remember. So tomorrow again, 12 till 5, you've got John Gamble. 5 to 7 is a nice surprise for you. Hannah's going to come on and do a couple of hours if she's not feeling too bad. I know she normally does it during the day, and she's just going to do a little fun Q&A with you. So if you want to know a little bit more about Hannah, maybe how she got into collecting, anything like that, join in 5 to 7 with Hannah tomorrow. McDonald's today as well. You've got to be joking. So yeah, that's tomorrow at 5 to 7. Not 5 to 7, at 5 o'clock until 7 o'clock. 7 until 9, I think you've got quiz time with Jamie. And then 9 till midnight, you got me again. So yeah, that's your schedule for tomorrow. I can't tell you too much about Monday to Friday, 12 to 5, because I think we're going to have a little play around with it this week and try and split it up a little bit. Some people think 5-hour stint is too long. It is, to be fair. It's all right if you've got something, you know, when we were doing all of the raffles and the voucher codes and all that kind of stuff, it's quite good, you know, when you've got something that you're promoting, if you like. But 5 hours on its own, you've not got a lot to do. And if you're like me and my connection doesn't jump about everywhere and I have to restart, it can be quite a long time to be sat here. So I might sort of play around with that a bit and split it up into 2 and 3 hour slots. Give people a bit of variation. Can't wait to start me. Only when I get 25 subs, I will. Have you not got 25 subs? If you've not got 25 subs, Stevie, we'll sort that out for you. 25 is easy to get, mate. We'll sort that out. Oh, I can't do it. I'll tell you what, I'll put you as a mod for a minute, and that way you'll be able to share a link to your channel. So I've just made you a spanner for a minute. You can share a link for your channel. I thought I could do it. It doesn't matter. People can still sub you now. I can't say I can't do anything. I can't share your link for you. Is that all it is? Just Popcorn King? Okay, that will do then. I will remove your spanner just like that. And I'll try and remember that tomorrow, and I'll get your link shared about as well. You'll get 25, no problem. No, we try and remove them as quick as we can. Oh, they are. Chris has shared your link for you. That's the idea, isn't it? If we all share each other's. I'm not sure if I've subbed you. If I'm not, I will. I wonder, actually, because I should be able to sub you as the Great British Coin Hunt as well. Yeah, there you go. So you've got the Great British Coin Hunt. There we go. You're already up to 21 that I can see. So just that little 22 now. So just that little shout out worked. But we'll soon get you there. We did it with LightyCollects. So anybody that hasn't subbed LightyCollects already, pop over and sub his channel. He's just gone through the 200 mark, and he's going to be doing a 200 subscriber giveaway. So make sure you get on there and like that for a chance to win something on there. We always try and share each other's links. That's what we're all here for, isn't it? Yeah, so long, only if you're absolutely sure about it. Don't want to put too much on you, but if you're okay with that, that would be brilliant. It's difficult sometimes. It's sometimes like I've had it and I've been able to mod it myself, but it's different if you're running auctions or something. It's, you know, you don't want people sort of accusing it of being fixed and that sort of thing, you know. So it's easier if we have got a mod in the background. And sometimes I don't, you know, if somebody's going to get a bit narky, I don't quite see it. I think you silenced somebody earlier. Was it you or Chris? And I just hadn't seen it in time. So yeah, it's easier if there's a mod. Right. Oh dear. That was a bit. Yeah, if you get any problems like you had today, though, you've got my number. I'm only ever in my flat. So if you get any hassles like you did earlier, literally just ping me a message and I'll come straight on. I'm never anywhere else than my flat. It just so happened it clashed with football when I was watching the football. But I'd only have been sat on the sofa. So, you know, just let us know if you get any problems. So I guess our numbers have dropped a bit, so there's no point in really doing any auctions for the last half an hour, is there? So we'll have a chat. So what's everybody's plans for tomorrow? What's the point? I didn't even see how my local football team done this week. Mighty by the wake. But the thing is I'll sit here and yawn. But the second I get into bed, that's it, I'm wide awake again. That's the trouble. Yeah, I hate it. I really. I'm the only worst enemy anyway. Really, I've only got myself to blame for it. Yeah. I will send him an email. Thank you for that, Lou. I hadn't even thought about that. I just assumed that he already knew, and I guess that's wrong of me to assume that. But I will send an email actually saying that. Okay. I'll never say that. What the heck? Wow. 4-4 draw, my local team. No, that's what I say. I mean, it's probably wrong of me to assume. Well, how crazy was that? Probably wrong of me to assume that he does know. So I'll send him an email and explain it anyway, because it is really dead simple. Does Lou want my phone number? Is that what she texted you? How was it put to me? Hannah said it the other day, wasn't it? not only would you be barking up the wrong tree, Popcorn, you'd actually be in the wrong forest as well. It did. That really creased me up when Hannah said that. Loads on your head. I'm not to blame. No. I mean, to be fair, one of the, as you said, one of them was on earlier on, and I silenced them. I've been waiting for a reason to do it, and they haven't been back since. So maybe that done the trick. But yeah, I will send an email across to John and just explain to John what to do. Lorna's aware now because I sent her an email and said, just don't stand for it. If any crap happens, just ban them. I don't stand for it. Generally, I mean, to be fair, I've not really had to do it a great deal. All right, we did the other night on Martha's stream. But as a rule, we've not had to do it too much. And I generally work. No, I haven't said. I haven't named any names. I know it's obvious to work it all out. When you're a CJ, if you're a ban, it's for life. No. I can then go back in and unban them afterwards. I didn't find that out until the other day. But yeah, I can go back in and unban people. It's really strange actually because I haven't seen her. Oh, maybe that's a separate rule that Ian's made then. If a CJ bans you, it's a ban for life. Okay, yeah. So maybe that's a separate rule that Ian has made up. Not a chance, mate. Not a chance. I thought you meant sort of an eBay rule, but how would eBay even eBay? God, what am I even talking about? A YouTube thing, but how would YouTube know that it was a CJ that was on the banning them? So ignore that. Another rule, no way. You know what Ian's like with his rules, though. They're there to be bent and broken. And but yeah, I don't know how. Somehow Danielle ended up on the ban list. Danielle Sindley, is it? Something like that. She ended up on the ban list, and it was nobody even knew. And it was only Saturday, I think. Nobody had seen her for a good week or so. Who is it that says for women instead of the mint? They can use different names for the same email. I worked that out the other night. Yeah. Yeah, so no idea. And she sent Ian a text message because it still shows up on her chat. All the chat and everything still was showing up for her. By all accounts, she was typing and putting bids in. And obviously nobody was seeing it. She couldn't understand why she was being ignored. So Ian sent me a message, or sent one to their group chat, asking if anybody knew why. And it was only then I went in and sort of had a play about, and I found that you can actually you can view everybody that's been banned, and you can unban them, or you can add people to it. So that was something new we found out the other day. And yes, Danielle was on there. No idea how. Yeah. God, what to say? Yeah, so I've unbanned her, but I've still not seen her anyway. So what's everybody's plans for the rest of the evening then? We're staying up, watching films, watching a bit of sport. What we're doing? My plan is to catch up with a bit of football, enjoying my takeaway Lou's sending me, and she'll probably band herself. Lorna's going to be sleeping, finishing my Chinese. But see, things like Chinese, they're not meant to be all eaten in the one go. They're meant for breakfast and all that sort of stuff. Just to sleep, up for work at 6. I'm watching Banged Up Abroad now. I used to watch a lot of that, but I've kind of gone off that a little bit lately. I bet none of you have watched that film. I bet you can't even remember the film I told you to watch the other night, have you? I bet you can't even remember what it was called the other day, actually, because Amy was on, wasn't she? Yeah, you can't remember. I knew nobody would remember it. Soul Surfer. Told you yesterday, Saturday is my day. Pot noodles now. Yeah, pot noodles have their uses, though. They do come in handy. Yeah, Soul Surfer is the film. That's in surfboard. Don't know why I did the little wiggle there. But yeah, it's a really, really good film. And if you're looking for something that's sort of inspiring, because it's based on a true story, and it is a really, really good film. And you'll probably be a bit surprised that it's something that I've recommended you. Hot noodle butty with prawn crackers. Oh, that reminds me of Polly that comes on. I went over to her. We were quite good mates a few years ago. Used to go out a lot drinking together and that. And I went over to a pub near where she was. And at closing time, they just, shut the doors, drew the curtains, and the landlord ordered a takeaway. And obviously the takeaway got munched down pretty quick, and there were a load of prawn crackers left. And I can't for the life of me think who it was, but somebody was covering their prawn crackers in tomato ketchup and eating them. I can't think for the life of me who it was. But that just reminded me of that. A pot noodle sandwich. Can I receive photo messages by text? I'm really wary about how I answer that. Yes, I can. I'm going to probably regret saying that. But yeah, I can. Oh no, there's some things, don't get me wrong, I like my sauces and my ketchup and that. But there's some things you just don't put them on. Prawn crackers is one of them. You'll end up with food porn pics, beware. Yeah, when I was on here yesterday, saying I was hungry, Lou was sending me pictures of McDonald's, which I thought was awfully unfair. That's why I said I was a bit wary about saying, yes, I can receive picture messages. I dread to think what's going to come through, to be honest. As long as it's not, going off at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, I don't mind. I will send you something. I want honest opinion, but don't say anything. It's for my channel. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're all too late. I said it first. Been out all day. I'm out of the boss. Had a banging meal and drinks. Okay. Susan Donaldson, hello. Nice to see you. Sorry, we're just being really pretty chilled and relaxed. General Custer's last diary entry said, really fancy a Chinese, but can only see Indians. I can't believe I even fell for that to ring it out. Right. Okay, I'm not allowed to say what these are, but you want my opinion. Yeah, I'd say go with it. That kind of stuff always is usually pretty popular. I'd say go with it. Yeah, it's a thumbs up from me. Yeah, definite. Who's sent it? It's Sue again, Matt. Oh. No, honestly, I'd say go for it. And, the only way you're going to find out is if you do it. But I see other people doing it, and I think it's a good idea. And it's something that we're considering doing. I need to speak to John Gamble because I think he's sort of exploring that kind of avenue for this channel. Because again, I think that's something that would be quite good on here. Yeah, I do. I think it's certainly worth it. And once you've done it, because they keep it on file, don't they? You know. So I say, yeah, just do it. Go ahead and do it. Like, I'm not. Don't get me wrong for a second. I'm not. I don't pretend I'm not experienced in coins. I'm not experienced in YouTube or any of that sort of stuff. What you see is what you get with me. I did have a YouTube channel a couple of years ago that was just purely mental health. That was reasonably okay. But then I ended up deleting it for all the wrong reasons. But yeah, so I'm not experienced in anything, but I'd say go for it. You'll soon find out. Yeah, definite thumbs up from me, Stevie. Definite, mate. You'll soon find out whether it was the right idea or not. I'm always in the sort of, you never know until you try it camps. And I'm also in one of the camps, Ron, so I've just been giving you a detailed answer for the last hour, and you haven't even been here. Outrageous, Ron. I've been answering your questions. I thought you were still sitting there listening to me. Have you missed much? No, you haven't missed much, mate. We had a few auctions when Ian came on. And then we've just been having a chat, really. I watched it on catch up. Yeah, then it's just been a pretty relaxed last hour, to be honest. Yes, you haven't missed much. Just been generally chatting, But yeah, going back to Stevie, I'm one of these that believe in just going with it, trying it. You never know till you've tried it, and don't ever have any regrets. Don't you live your life with regrets. yeah. Well, that's the way I do it anyway. So, yeah, no. So you haven't missed anything else at all, Ron. Really. Don't know. Were you here when Angela made the suggestion for the Christmas tree? Whatever I set my mind on, I'll do it simple. That's the way it should be, mate. Honestly. I'm 48 and I've got, lots of regrets on things that I should have done differently. Given the chance again, I wouldn't, given the chance again now, I'd go and do everything I wanted to do or had the opportunities to do. Yeah, it was just Chippy Doodle. She was suggesting people send in a coin. Then essentially we set up a raffle. Whatever money is raised from that raffle goes to homeless or mental health charity. I think possibly I'd say stick with the homeless because I've got the mental health one going at the moment anyway. So I think it would be good to do it separately. No disrespect, but that's what I don't want. Any regrets. This is why I live for the now. Exactly, and that's what I say, honestly, Popcoin, and if I had my life over, that's certainly the way I would be living it. Don't get me wrong, I'm reasonably in a happy place in my life now. But looking back, there are things that I do regret, things that I've done that I regret doing, things I haven't done that I regret doing. But yeah, so it would certainly, I would live by that mantra if I had that chance again. So yeah, sorry, I'm jumping all over the place here. So going back onto it, and it was quite funny, Ron, because people were saying, "Oh yeah, but who's going to send in even, a decent coin or whatever?" Well, funny enough, we've already had an offer that if we get it, 4 silver proofs will be sent in. So it's something that I will be speaking to Ian about. So it looks like there's going to be some crackers up there. Pardon the pun, Christmas cracker, I know. I'm 6 years older than you, still young enough to do what you choose. It's not just a case of young enough to do what I want. I mean, to a certain extent, as much as possible, I do live my life that way now. If there's anything that I particularly want, God, don't get for a second think I'm loaded. I'm far from loaded. I'll save up or go without so I can afford to buy it. If I want to go somewhere now, which is very rare, but I will go there. I do try to live it that much now, but there's also, there's other things that come into that now. You start getting to my age and your sort of health isn't quite as good as it should be and those kind of things, so those kind of things kind of come into it as well. But I do, yeah, to a certain extent, I do agree. Anyone can do what they want. I do agree with that. To a certain extent, I do agree. And I say nothing really gets in the way of me doing what I want now. I guess the only thing really, I suppose if you had a bucket list, I suppose the only thing left on mine to do really that I've not done would be have a trip out to Vegas. But I want to do that with my brother, which is always going to be a bit of a problem when he's got a missus and a little kid. So it's always going to be a bit of a difficult one to sort out. But yeah, that's probably the only thing that I've not done that I would like to. And it's not really a case of can't afford to do it. Because the actual accommodation and the flights and that aren't expensive. I've looked up and found some really good deals on there. It's more the spending money. You know what Vegas is like. And just limiting yourself, I guess, really, isn't it? And being, you know, sticking to a tight budget and doing it. I choose to go to the mint in January and get with my coin tubers, and I will do it. Brilliant. I'm really looking forward to it. And it's really bizarre because for me, it is such a massive thing going to the mint and meeting all of these essentially strangers. I can't even begin to tell you how massive that is for me to do, but I'm actually really looking forward to it. I suppose essentially I know that you know, everybody's pretty relaxed and pretty chilled, and you know, it'll be really good fun. Make the most of every day. You don't know what's around the corner. 1 minute you're here, then boom, you're gone. Could not agree with you more. Could not agree with you more. I have no doubt, Stevie. I have no doubt I will do it. I do think it is more a case of when than you know, if. I did try to get Louise. She goes over to America a couple of times a year, and I said to her, "Well, you know, get a Vegas and I'll join you." But she wasn't budging. Vegas wasn't good for me, except for flying over the Grand Canyon. Yeah, see, that's awesome. I don't know. I mean, it's me. Don't get me. I wouldn't say I'm a huge gambler in any shape or form. I have a bet every Saturday on the football or midweek games if there's something on. I like playing poker. Don't play as much as I'd like to, but I'm far from a, you know, hardened gambler or anything. But I think it's, for me, it's just one of them things that, you know, it's on your bucket list and got to tick it off. It is for me. 3 months ago, I'd never have said that, but now this is my new family and I feel comfortable. I'm in exactly the same boat, Stevie. Exactly the same boat. You know, 3 months ago, there's absolutely no way that I would have considered doing it. Or I would have probably said I'd do it, and then I would have backed out at the last minute and come up with some sort of an excuse. But no, I'm really, really looking forward to it. I guess I should have saved for the mint trip eventually. We're not allowed holidays in January at work. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem. I know a lot of companies are a bit like that, aren't they? But no doubt, you know, I'm pretty sure that there will be another one arranged not long after. It'd be nice, I think, to maybe do one in the summer. I think it'd be good to do one in summer. So maybe you can book some time off and join us on that one. Promise me, me and you will play poker in January. I'm not making any promises at all about January, and that's purely we've already got one or two things lined up that we're going to do anyway, and I don't know if you know, Lou does tattoos as well, and there's a couple of us that are going to get a tattoo off Lou. And we were thinking about possibly doing a stream from the hotel room as well. So there's a couple of things that we've already got lined up. I won't say no, let's put it that way. I won't say no to poker, but I'm not going to promise it because we've got a few. You're getting tattooed as well. Awesome. So maybe after the bar shut one night, all back to somebody's room, tattoos and poker, and a live stream. Yeah, maybe we'll do something like that. Better go for a week, not a weekend in January. No, it'd be good fun. So I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a buzz. Let's cry together. You say that, and now I'm in all honesty, okay. Um, I don't deal with pain well. Um, and when I got my one on my back, it's the outline of the tattoos that I can't. That's the worst part for me. To the point where I say I don't do pain. I go to the doctors and have an injection. I can't even watch the needle going in. I'll pass out. So yeah, I'm not particularly good with pain. And I guess I really should start being nice to Louise, or she's going to put me through a hell of a lot of pain. But yeah, it'll be good fun. It'll be good fun. 9 till 12 again tomorrow, Marie. So tomorrow's schedule is 12 to 5 is John Gamble. 5 to 7 is is Hannah. Sorry, she's doing a little fun Q&A thing tomorrow. 7 till 9 is Jamie, and then 9 till 12 is me. Be nice at least till the 30th. Yeah. Do you know, honestly, I can't. I know I take the mickey out of her and everything, and hopefully she's not watching. I can't praise that girl enough. She has been incredible with me. She sent me. What did she send me? I can't remember. She sent me something, and in it, as a little extra, she included a. So if you can see it, a little 20p, which I had absolutely no idea that was being included. Then, what did she send me next? Then she sent me the. Her girlfriend found the 2019 Peter Rabbit. And changed from HSBC or something. She knew that my brother's sister was just, my brother's daughter, sorry, had just got into collecting, so she sent that down to me to give to my brother's daughter. And in that, she included the little D-Day for me, which again was a total surprise. I had no idea she was sending that to me. So yeah, I know I tease her and that, but yeah, I know she is an amazing lady. And she's always given me advice. You know, if I'm going to buy something on eBay or something, I'll just send her a message and say, "Oh, Lou, roughly what would you pay for this?" And she gives me a good idea of what the valuations are and that. And yeah, she's brilliant. I really can't speak highly enough of her. She is a good girl. Good girl. Okay, thanks. I'll see you tomorrow after my shift. You bring the rum. You bring the food. I'll bring the rum. That's a deal for me, Marie. That's the sort of deals I can live with. I like them sort of deals. So yeah, no. So you know, she is a good girl. Good night, sweet dreams to you as well, Marie. You know, she is really nice. And she always includes like a little note or something, you know, which is really nice. So I've got a few bits and bobs that I've got to send back to her. Again, I apologise. I've just been so lazy. I've got 3 or 4 things that I need to send out to people, and I haven't done it, so I'll do it all. Might even do it tomorrow, actually. But yeah, so I've got some bits and bobs to send back to Louise. Right, I guess that pretty much 2 minutes. That pretty much rounds up the night, really, doesn't it? Yeah, there's not a lot else to say. Good night, Susan. Nice of you to tune in. Thank you. Yeah, just thanks everybody for tuning in. Had a few little auctions. Enjoying my pizza. I'm going to enjoy my boxing, maybe a bit of UFC and have a rum or two. So yeah. Ron, really, I'd like to thank you, actually, you know, for approaching them subjects earlier on. I think it was good, you know. It was a good thing. I'm sure that, like I said, you weren't the only person wanting to ask some of them. So yeah, I appreciate you coming on and asking them. Good. Thank you, Chris, for being in the background. Lorna, thank you, Lorna. I know you've had a really long day. So I appreciate everything you've done as well. Stevie, absolute star, mate. Thank you. Ron, Bian, Richard, and anybody else that tuned in. I will probably see you at some point in the chat tomorrow before I'm on live. So enjoy the rest of your night, guys, and I'll see you all soon.